we look at death from the selfish side, like, you know, that guy died. Oh, it's so sad. Why is it sad? He's away from all of this bad stuff that's here on earth. I mean, at the worst, he's just somewhere quiet, nothing. At best, he's an angel, or he's at the next existence, or he's a spirit somewhere, you know. What is so bad about that? It's only bad for the people who he left, because you guys are mad. That's like some crab in the bucket type stuff. I mean, it's harsh analogy, but that's what it's like, though.
Hey yo, what's good everybody? I am Kane. Welcome to the channel. I hope everybody is doing good. Hip hop is what I love and the main thing I talk about, so make sure you subscribe and you hit that bell so you always stay up to date with me. Today I'm going to be debuting my What If series, where I talk about what could have potentially been. There's going to be facts thrown in there with a lot of hypotheticals, so I can take these types of videos as far and as deep as I want to take it. Pause, of course. In this video, we're going to be taking a very unique look into how the rest of Pac's life would have looked like if he had survived the 1996 drive-by shooting in Vegas. After 27 years, basically my entire time on Earth, it's now that police made an arrest regarding Pac's assassination. They got a lot of help from Keefe D just running his mouth over the years. I guess Pac's family gets some type of justice, but I just feel like this case was solved so long ago by the streets. In a 2008 confession, Keefe D told on his nephew Orlando Anderson, saying that he was a shooter. Some people even think that Keefe D was the real shooter and not Orlando, but either way, we love Pac, and I feel like I speak for a lot of Pac fans when I say that we gave up on 5-0 doing their job a long time ago. So we're gonna go back to the 1996 shooting. Pac gets hit 4 times total, twice in the chest, once in the arm, and once in the thigh. There were at least 13 rounds fired into the BMW that Suge and Pac were riding in. Suge gets hit in the head by some bullet fragments, and there's even reports that Pac's ring finger was blown off. They're both rushed to the hospital. Pac goes immediately into surgery, and his right lung is removed to stop the internal bleeding. Initially, Pac had a 50-50 chance of surviving, and then his condition gets worse. He's on life support, and now he has a 1 in 5 chance of surviving. In this story though, Pac will recover. Machiavelli is alive. He's going to make it. Now let's take a look at how the rest of Pac's life would have looked like. Remember that Pac had a lung removed. It's always better to have 2 lungs, but the human body can function with just 1. Pac's lung capacity would have been half of what it was, so he might be more breathless when trying to rap or even just get some exercise. His ability to rap with that conviction that we all knew, that powerful voice, that baby, it would have been severely compromised. Rapping doesn't just require a sharp mind, but if your breath control, your delivery is off, it's gonna make it very difficult. Having 2 lungs and smoking already diminishes your lung capacity as a whole. So having 1 lung and smoking obviously can open you up to a bunch of other problems like respiratory failure, heart issues, blood clots, etc. Pac would have also had to think twice about that thug passion, because alcohol not only fucks up your liver, but it could also work to damage your lungs, kidneys, and shit like that. Pac would have most likely ended up behind bars again because of the fight he was involved in at the MGM Grand that was caught on video surveillance. He was out on bond and was supposed to go back to court soon, so him being caught on camera fighting was a no-go. It was a violation. There's always a lot of people that talk about Pac potentially parting ways with Suge Knight and starting his own shit. The initial agreement was that Pac would make 3 albums under Death Row in return for the bond that was posted. Pac fulfilled his obligations to Death Row with All Eyes on Me counting as 2 because it was a double album, and the Don Illuminati counting as 3. Pac's work ethic was one of his greatest attributes. He was the rapper, his job was to rap, and he'll just let the producer do just that. But we on to the next track though, let's keep it moving. There's a lot of cats out there, including me, that believed that Pac worked like that because he knew that the end was near. Also, the quicker he got to work on all of his Death Row obligations, the better it would be for him moving forward if he wanted to do his own thing. Suge would have potentially made it difficult, but contractually, he's straight. Suge has done a lot of bad things in the world, but him allegedly setting up Tupac in Vegas so he couldn't leave Death Row is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Like, I want you guys to listen to a clip from Chris Carroll, who was the first responding police officer the night that Pac was shot in Vegas.
When I was at the scene with these guys, and it was heat of the moment, you know, blood flying, people yelling, Suge clearly was very worried about Tupac. I could see it in him. He was almost panicked as he was looking at Tupac, and he could see that he was in seriously bad shape. He was almost panicked, worried about him. And I think, you know, in those kind of situations, acting just doesn't work. If that was acting, he's the best actor that's ever set foot on the ground, because it was clearly to me not acting. It was heat of the moment stuff going on, and I saw concern and almost panic on his face and in his voice.
I know Suge is the bad guy and it's like cool to put all the blame on him, but y'all gotta stop that shit, man. It just doesn't make any sense. So Pac is a very lucky man to be alive right now. It was a tough battle, but he made it. He gets to see his mom, his brother, his sisters, the outlaws, his girl, everybody that he has love for. Now he has to approach life with more caution than before. He's missing a finger, his voice is not as captivating as it used to be, he's always tired, and he's even having heart problems which developed after he had a lung removed. I want you guys to look at this clip from Napoleon, who was a member of the Outlaws.
I think she mentioned before, like, knowing how proudful he was, he would have been upset. You know, he would have been upset because losing a lung, you know, he probably would have never been able to rap again. Losing a finger, she said, and she know her son, like, Pac is a very prideful individual, so he probably could have been bitter. He probably would have survived and been like, you know what I mean? Why, you know? But I think the situation, everything happened the way God wanted it to happen.
If there is anybody out there who is strong enough and determined to break through, it's definitely Pac. But I just don't see him letting bygones be bygones, especially if his health is so bad that he can't be the same Pac. Like J. Cole says, pride is the devil, and there's no way that a vengeful 25, 26-year-old Pac, although super intelligent, would have been mature enough to shake hands with Orlando or Puffy or Biggie and just squash it. Based on the past, do you guys see Pac saying to himself, you know what, damn, I shouldn't have ran up on Baby Lane like that. That wasn't even my shit to handle. Or maybe I shouldn't have put out Hit 'Em Up because Big and I were cool at one point. Do you guys really see Pac saying that shit? There's always a chance that Pac could have gotten tired of always having to look over his shoulder. He might have changed his circle of homies that he rode with, or even worn his bulletproof vest more. But we already know for sure that Pac was a spur of the moment type of guy who was always down to get into some shit, and his loyalty was everything. I want to thank everybody for watching the video. It was a real pleasure crafting this. We all love Pac and we all wish he was here. He would have been 52 years old today. I hope that bro was looking down, him and his mom, and smiling at this video right now. Please like and get in the comment section and let me know if you agree with my assessment, or maybe you have a different perspective on what could have potentially been of Pac's life if he has survived. I want to hear it. Follow me on Instagram at I'm Hurricane Isaac 95. I'm gone. Peace.
Control, you made this?
JD! Take shots like Jello. Ball on these niggas, my bandana go, so don't call my shit yellow. These bitches ain't thorough. Whole time be sending a message to niggas around in your session. I cannot teach what I got, I can sell it. Hit like some double, you smoking it, hell it. I'm running it back like my name Jerome better. She said she wants something like Vegas, I bet it. Hey, do your little dance or something. Hey, get on your toes.